Good evening, everyone. So once again, we're very excited this year to be able to share in our annual Iftar dinner. I know it's annual for us. You do it much more, but we're very excited. We look forward to it. What's getting neater and neater every year and every visit is familiar faces and gosh, the sweetest little girl, Fiza, that I met last year for the first time, a little kindergartner, and she brought me a yellow rose tonight. And I mean, it doesn't get any better than that in my book. And the young men, I don't know if they're in here, the little guys, recognized them from the year before. And so it's just very rewarding, and for me, it cements the fact that we're making some great relationships. And if you remember last year and the last time I visited, talked about, you know, we had our first Muslim faith officer at the Kissimmee Police Department that was getting through training, and I think it's obvious who that is, Nafal Fikri. So it takes me a second, I'm old. But no, we're very excited that he's in our department, that we get to share him with you. He's been here before, but the best part for us is our officers get to see a face in the same uniform and ask questions and share experiences. And we got to go to his parents' house the other night and broke the fast. A couple of the department members got confused with the breakfast invitation, but they'll be ready next year. But anyway, thank you. God bless you. I appreciate the opportunity and for you, the way you welcome us every single year. So thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Ramadan Mubarak.
Thank you.
And good evening. I'm Darren Soto, and I'm honored to be your congressman. And I want to start by saying something that isn't said enough, which is you are valued in our community. You are part of our community. And we will be at your side and have your backs through thick and thin. I want to first thank Imam Patel, who has been a longtime spiritual guide for me and has helped through some of these challenging times that we've had to face. I also appreciate the great work that Dr. Chowdhury is doing, along with so many doctors here in Osceola County. One of the first things that I talk about when I talk about how proud we are of our Muslim American community here in Osceola County is to mention that half our doctors are of the Muslim faith here in Osceola. So what an amazing contribution that is to heal so many of our constituents and all the work it took for you to get there. You know, this is my second term in Congress, and it was quite an education as I got into my first term back in 2017. When in the country I love, where no one should be discriminated against based upon their ethnicity, their religion, and many other of our wonderful diversity, we were sent without warning an executive order for a Muslim travel ban. And many of you may know that I was the first one at the airport along with my staff early in the morning, because we had gotten calls the night before by several of our constituents who were on the plane, literally midair, coming from Iraq. And when you go into situations like that, you don't know how it's going to end, but you know that you need to be there. You need to be at the controversy. You need to stand strong for those who need you. It was 7 hours later, without being provided food or water, that a family, a mother and father who hadn't seen their son, who was an American citizen in 5 years, were reunited in front of every camera in Central Florida, every news station, every TV station. And then soon thereafter, a young UCF student came out also, highlighting what we all knew, that this was a discriminatory law that did not make our nation safe, but divided our country. I can tell you there's been a little bit of a change now in the new Congress, in the new House, for those of you who may be following it, and no more. You now have a House of Representatives who will not stand for this. And whether it's through the budget or through laws and working with our senators or otherwise, our values will be restored, which is that no one, regardless of their religion and their faith, their background, regardless of any of these things, is any less American than anybody else, because that is the strength that we have from our community. And I want to end by saying that I really appreciate, particularly Imam, you working with me on a lot of the issues regarding visas and regarding custom and border protection. I am charged with overseeing them, and they work very hard every day. But there was a time when people were getting asked their religion at the airport, which has nothing to do with keeping this country safe. With heavy pressure from both your mosque and the Muslim American community and Congresswoman Val Demings, Congresswoman Murphy, and myself, they are not asking that question. But if they do again, we need to know immediately, because we have some great members of law enforcement, like the chief here and others. But every now and again, someone makes a mistake, and we need to make sure we have our values taken care of. So I'll end where I began, which is Ramadan Mubarak. And I wish you all meaningful fast. It's an honor to represent all of you. And thank you for being part of our community.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. This is my second year coming. It's always a great event, and it's always diversified. That's what I love about this community. We're turning into a little mini as I'm a New Yorker, and I used to live in Richmond Hill, where I had a Hindu and Muslim community, and I used to go to the temples and everything. I get to learn the culture. It was awesome, especially the 3-day weddings. They were awesome. But I want to say that, please, get involved in the community. Go to the commission meetings, go to the city meetings. If you have a problem, see your police officers, call them up. Don't be afraid to call for help from authorities, especially us. If you need help, come to my office. I have an open door policy. Come on, talk to me. Hey, this is wrong, this is what's happening, let me know. And then I'll guide you the way you have to go. I don't know everything sometimes, like the guy who knows everything knows nothing. But I'm here to help. I don't believe in one entity. I hate that one entity baloney, because that doesn't solve anything. When I help everybody. I look at everybody as the same as me. And I just want to say thank you. And thank Dr. Patel for inviting us, and thank you for your clinics. You're helping the people who need, and especially in healthcare. That's a plus. And you guys give with all your heart, and I appreciate that too. So I want to thank you. Make sure you come see me. I'm right by the lakefront. You can't miss me. I'm right in front of the VFW over there, the snack bar. So if you ever need help with anything, come and see me. And come to Tallahassee. You can come up there and see me. You can take a tour of the area. I'll walk around with you. Whatever you want to do. Come on, visit me. I get invited a lot by the Muslim community up there. We go talk, we go walk around. So please, come on down. Don't be afraid of your elected officials. They're supposed to be here to help you. I'm not here to help me. I'm here to help you, help all my constituents. Like I said before, it's not a one-entity thing. It's diversified. Everybody gets included. And I want to thank you. Good night.
Mr. Willis, just one more thing is that we really appreciate the KPD, the Australia Sheriff's Office, and of course our representatives for looking out for our community, especially for the chief and the Australia Sheriff. Anything happens, we know right now the faith communities all around the world are going through a lot of hardship, and they've always stood for us. The officers come, they frequently visit us, ask how we're doing, how things are, and we really appreciate their support in these times. And we're very thankful and grateful. In a very short time, the officers took time off off-duty officers to come and serve here, so we are very grateful to them. And also that, with the leadership of these people, we have started giving back in the community. With the congressman, we had opportunity when the federal shutdown was there to go with the second harvest and give a truck of food over there, and also send breakfast for a whole week to all the TS officers when it was closed. Now next Friday, because Ramadan is a month of giving, so inshallah we are at the Meridian Community Center. We are going to try to give a truckload of food, groceries, to anyone who is needy, and start this of giving back to the community. In the same manner, we are trying close to 500 school bags. Those people who need, we generally, just one person was talking to me today, is there poverty in America? When you go out and go into the communities and work with people, you will see that how poor people are. You know, when the Christmas time comes to give, there's Lieutenant Napier there, he can tell you that children for one pair of shoes, just one pair of shoes, that's what they want at Christmas. And parents lose their job and they can't even give one pair of shoes. You know, we can't see it, but when you go out, when you meet, when you talk to people, you see that. And we are very blessed. We have, you know, all of us are very fortunate. We have very good jobs, very well-to-do business, professional people. And by giving back, it only, you know, we get more rewards and we get more blessings in our families and our earnings. So we really appreciate everyone's support. And, you know, Jazakumullahu khairan.
Thank you.